Rise Up initially began because of the adoption of my 3 children. My wife and I have 2 children from Ethiopia and 1 from the Democratic Republic of the Congo. The first time I was in Ethiopia was in 2010, when we were there to finalize the adoption of our children. Being there and in the orphanage had a huge impact on me. I came home from the trip wondering what it was that caused children to become orphans and if there was anything I might be able to do to help. I know that's a huge question, but it was one that stuck inside my head. I constantly thought about it. A few years after traveling to Ethiopia, we traveled to the Congo to pick up our 3rd child, a son. The same question was still rolling around inside of me. By this point, I knew about many of the challenges that children in the developing world face. I had also decided by this time that I wanted to do something to help. I wasn't sure what that was, but I knew that I wanted to find a way to make a difference in the lives of these children. Sometime during the fall of 2014, I decided that because of my background in education and my belief that education can really change the course of someone's life, I would start an organization that focused on removing obstacles that keep children from attending school in the developing world. I wasn't quite sure how I would do this. I was certain I would, though. With the help of a group of friends who donated their time and talent, Rise Up Incorporated was founded. We believed that building schools could provide a pathway out of poverty. I had planned a trip the following May of 2015 to travel back to Ethiopia to meet my children's birth mother and family. A friend of mine from Ghana reached out to me sometime before I traveled to tell me about the school in his birth village. He told me that the children in the village were learning under the shade of trees and makeshift classrooms. He asked if this might be something I thought Rise Up could help with. I thought this was a perfect match, so I extended my trip and traveled to Ghana to visit the school. Not long after that trip, we broke ground on our first project. The project was in the eastern region of Ghana. The project was a learning process, but ultimately a success. Rise Up completed 3 new classrooms and 2 bathrooms for this small village school. I always knew that I wanted Rise Up to work in Ethiopia. Ethiopia is a country I love, for obvious reasons. In 2016, my wife and I traveled back to Ethiopia with our children so we could reconnect them with their birth family. I had planned on visiting several rural village schools with the hope that I would be able to locate a spot for Rise Up's first Ethiopian project. I had arranged for a driver to take me to a small village in the eastern part of the country after we finished with our family visit. But that didn't work out because I knew where we needed to be working once we spent time in our children's birth village. While in my children's birth village, I spent a fair amount of time in the village school. The school my children would have attended, the school my children's siblings and cousins were attending at that time. I was shocked by the conditions. I was also amazed at the resilience of the people and how they pushed on and did the best they could with what they had. I knew almost instantly that we wanted to work with these people. The following summer, I traveled back to Konso, Ethiopia, where the village school is located, so we could break ground on our current project. Our plan in the beginning was to build classrooms for a K-12 school, a school that the children in the village and the surrounding village could attend. After building a relationship with these people of the village, we learned about many other challenges these children face that keep them from going to school. Things such as lack of clean water, lack of proper sanitation, lack of school bathrooms, lack of proper clothes, lack of nutrition. We quickly learned that if we really wanted to remove obstacles that keep children from getting an education, then we needed to look at the bigger picture. What good would it do to have new classrooms if the students can't attend because they are collecting water for their families? Or if children won't attend because there aren't private toilets, or if they are sick from drinking filthy water. The list goes on and on. We decided that if we really want to make a difference, we need to work on removing those obstacles as well as building the classrooms. We've currently finished 4 classrooms, bathrooms for boys and girls, a hand washing station, water for the school as well as the entire village, and hope to do more. We are currently working on the school's final 4 classrooms. This will give the village a brand new K-8 school. After the 8th grade, the students will go to the village high school. We have big plans for the future. We will start a new project in the same region as soon as we finish this project. The need is great in every village. We ask that you will continue your support. We wouldn't be able to do this without you.
To learn more about Rise Up, go to riseuped.org or check out their social media sites at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.